Supreme Court declines review of schools' handling of student gender identity request. The justices rejected an appeal from Massachusetts parents who argued that their child's middle school secretly facilitated a social gender transition without their consent. This decision to not hear the case leaves in place lower court rulings that sided with the school district. The case centers on a 2021 incident at Baird Middle School in Ludlow, where a student, identified in court filings as BF, told school staff they identified as genderqueer and requested a new name and pronouns. According to court records, the student asked staff to continue using their legal name and assigned pronouns when communicating with their parents, as they had not yet shared the information at home. A school counselor instructed staff to follow the student's wishes. However, the parents sued, claiming the school violated their rights under the Constitution's Due Process Clause, which courts have interpreted to include parental authority over a child's upbringing. A federal judge dismissed the case, and the First U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld that decision, ruling the school's actions did not infringe on parental rights. The appeals court said public schools are not required to tailor educational environments to parental preferences, and that's the school's approach, and the school's approach fell within its discretion. This is a very interesting story and a very interesting topic for me, especially in light of the way laws have been changing now, with parental rights acts, kind of packaged to be more for the student, but not really. From a trans person's perspective, you don't know what that child is going through at home. So what if they're in an unsafe environment, So I wish there was a way to have a meeting of the minds where there could be checks and balances, where parents would be included at a certain part of the checks and balances. Because I do believe that parents should be involved with what their child's going through. But there's a safety issue.
There is a safety issue. And, I think we did a story last week here about a state that passed a law. It was one of those backward-ass redneck states like Oklahoma or Texas or something like that, where parents must be notified within 72 hours of a school or teachers finding out that a child is trans or identifying as trans. So I think what this says is that schools, that the court will say states don't have to inform parents, but we're absolutely okay if they do want to inform parents. It is a dichotomy.